Jordan Peterson lived a double life for 30 years and no one knew. Until now, I used to think I understood Jordan Peterson. Just a professor, a speaker, a guy people either love or argue with. But the deeper I looked, the more it felt like there were two completely different versions of him. And that's where things got complicated. If you've ever seen him speak, you've probably noticed how precise he is. Every word feels measured, almost controlled, like someone who has spent years thinking about how to say things exactly right. But what surprised me was this: that level of control didn't just come from confidence, it came from struggle. Long before the lectures went viral, before the interviews and debates, he was just a psychology professor trying to make sense of human behavior, not from a distance, but from the inside. And this is where I think people miss the point. Because while he was teaching others about order, chaos, responsibility, he was also dealing with his own internal battles. Not publicly, not loudly, quietly. There's this idea that public figures are exactly who they appear to be. But in his case, it feels different. On one side, you have the structured thinker, the calm voice explaining complex ideas, someone who seems completely in control. And then there's the other side, the part of his life that wasn't polished, wasn't packaged for an audience. Health struggles, pressure, the weight that comes with suddenly being seen by millions of people, all at once. I didn't expect that part to hit me the way it did, because when someone spends years studying the human mind, you assume they've mastered their own. But that's not really how it works, is it? At one point, everything seemed to accelerate. Fame came fast, attention came faster, and with it, a level of scrutiny most people will never understand. And this is where that double life idea starts to make sense. Not in a dramatic, secret agent kind of way, but in a very human way. The difference between who you are publicly and what you carry privately. From the outside, it looked like influence, success, momentum. But behind that, there were moments that weren't so stable. And honestly, that's the part people don't always talk about. We like clear stories: hero or villain, strong or weak, right or wrong. But real life doesn't stay in those boxes. What stood out to me most is this: he never really fit into one version of himself, not completely. And maybe that's why his story feels so polarizing. Because people aren't reacting to just one thing, they're reacting to different sides of the same person. Some see discipline, some see controversy, some see guidance, others see something else entirely. And maybe all of those views exist at the same time. That's what makes it complicated. And maybe that's what makes it real. Because at the end of the day, the idea of a double life isn't always about secrets. Sometimes it's just about the gap between what people see and what's actually there.